Peace be upon you. How are you, my dear student? Today we want to talk about the present continuous or present progressive. Progressive, this is another word and the meaning of it is continuous. يعني نفس معنى كلمة continuous. Okay. Now what we want to learn in this video. First, we want to learn how can you form present continuous, then the uses of it. Now here we have some sentences. I want to read them and explain the function or give the function for each one. Later I can explain about the uses of the function widely. Number one, when you say the boys are playing football after school, the verb is are playing, and this is the present continuous, and the action will happen after school. This is fixed arrangement, and if you want to plans between the boys that they want to play football after school. Number two, they are learning Spanish now. Now are learning is the verb, okay, and the action is happening now at the moment of the speaking. Now, why aren't you doing your homework? This question maybe the teacher asked the student and she asked him or her now. Okay, now this is the verb aren't and doing, and this is the form of the structure is a question. Suzanne is ironing her clothes right now. Is ironing, this is the verb, okay, and the action is happening at the moment of the speaking because we have right now, this is the key word. Maria is at university. She is studying chemistry. Now, as you know, the situation of the sentence indicates that the action is happening now because Maria is at school, at the university, sorry, she is studying now chemistry. Now she is working right now. Now the verb is working, and the key word is right now because the action happening at the moment of speaking. They aren't studying English these days. Yeah, the action is happening nowadays. He talk about the action that happening nowadays. She is constantly changing her hair color. This sentence first we have is and the changing, this is the continuous verb, and constantly هي adverb and it means دائما أو باستمرار. أوكي، طبعا الجملة الفانكشن تاعها هي annoyance or surprise. هون طبعا رح يكون لنا مش annoyance لأنه الموضوع ما بيهمنا إنها تصبغ شعرها كل يوم، بس بيكون نوع من السربرايز، من الاندهاش من هذا السيتويشن. Children are بدي أحكي شغلة surprise or annoyance or irritation نفس الموقف، يعني هدول الثلاث حالات دائما نستخدم معهم adverb وفعل ing. Children are studying their lessons now. We talk about the action happening now, and the man is talking on the phone and the action is happening now. These are the examples for the present continuous. Now here we want to learn the function. The first function for the present continuous for actions happening now at the moment of the speaking. This is the uses of the first use of the present continuous. Now listen to this sentence. Now we are sitting and the teacher is standing. As you see, now is the key word, and are sitting, this is the action that's happening now. And the teacher is standing also, this is the action is happening now. Listen, someone is knocking at the door. As you see here in the first sentence we use now as a keyword, but here we use listen, and listen, it's imperative form. We use it when we want to express that the action is happening now. Also, another examples for the action that's happening at the moment of the speaking. For example, this girl, what is she doing now? She is studying geography. And these boys or players, what are they doing? They are playing soccer, and soccer mean football. Soccer American, football British. What are you doing? I'm cooking a recipe. Now here we want to study this sentence. Now they are studying for exams this week. As you see, the verb is are studying, okay? And we have the adverb of time this week. Do you know this week it has 7 days, okay? Now these people, they are busy during this week, okay, by studying. You have to know that they do something is temporary action. يعني هون في عنا حدث مؤقت مش دائم. يعني when they finish their exams, they stop studying hard. And this function we call it temporary action around the moment of the speaking. هلا ممكن أعطيكم كمان تعبير إلها إنه الأشخاص هذول كسروا الروتين تاعهم. مثلا الروتين تاعهم إنه دراسة عادية، بس in the exam they study hard. فإذا عملية study hard المجهدة والمتعبة for exams كانت عملية مؤقتة. Okay, temporary actions. Another example, she is reading a new novel also. This is another temporary action. That reading novel, as you know, novel is a long story من القصص الطويلة طبعا. She maybe needs 1 month, 2 weeks, it depends on her. But in any way, in this period of time, she is busy reading to read the novel. Now, number 3 is building a new house. Also, building a house, it's not easy and it needs a long time to build the house in general. So, this person is busy this period of time to build a new house. Now, all of these sentences show you how can we express about temporary actions that stop happening after it finished. Now, they are playing football after school in the stadium. When you look at the verb are playing, you can are playing, and after school you can guess that the action of playing will be after school and in the future. Okay. Now, what you understand from this sentence? You can understand that these people are planning for playing football after school. They make a plan. They are making arrangements, okay, for an action will happen in the future. وafter school نعرف إن هي مستقبل. فإذا هم عم بيعملوا تخطيط وترتيب لحدث بده يصير بعد المدرسة أو في المستقبل القريب. فإيش الفانكشن هون؟ نسمي الفانكشن هاد fixed arrangement in the near future. Now I'm having a birthday party at my house next Saturday at 7 o'clock. Now I'm having, this is the verb, okay, and this is a kind of arrangement for the future اللي هو next Saturday, and the event is a birthday party. كان الحدث هو حفلة عيد الميلاد. فإذا عم تعمل ترتيب وتخطيط لحدث بده يصير في المستقبل. بدنا نعرف كمان عنا هوني الترتيب والتحضيرات البريباريشن والارانجمنت بيكون في البريزنت، والحدث الevents will happen in the future. فبنسميها fixed arrangement ترتيبات مثبتة. Now here, what are you doing after school? I'm buying tickets for Saturday's match. Okay, this is a kind of fixed arrangement for this person. Okay, we use the present continuous to talk about fixed arrangement in the near future. ترتيبات مثبتة لحدث في المستقبل القريب. Now here another kind of use for the present continuous. My brother is always listening to loud music. It's so annoying. Now if you look, the verb is listening, and I use here always. Okay, we use always, okay, and the verb is listening. Now you can also understand from the sentence that there is something wrong and something is annoying. Annoying mean إزعاج. Okay. Now the sentence indicates annoyance or irritation that someone listen to music loudly. Okay. And this action, okay, annoy, okay, annoys someone. This action, listening to loud music, annoys another person. الاستماع إلى الموسيقى يزعج حدا تاني. فهمنا كيف؟ بما إنه في حدا تاني عم بنزعج من هذا الأكشن، فإذا بيكون التعبير عنه باستخدام always، باستخدام constantly أو continuously، أوكي، مع الفعل ing. نعيد الأكشن هوني بحد ذاته annoys another person، يزعج ناس آخرين. اوكي، مش أخوي مبسوط، بسمع موسيقى بصوت عالي مبسوط كتير، ولكن يزعج مين؟ يزعج الناس الآخرين اللي هم around him، اللي حواليه. اوكي، فإذا هاي الحالة بنسميها اوكي، هنشوف what we call it. اوكي، another sentence. She is constantly changing her color. هاي طبعا sentence I explain it. Also this is express surprise. طبعا هاي الأكشن هذا بسبب دهشة للآخرين. يعني وين she is constantly changing her hair، لما دائما كل يوم بتغير شعرها لون، فهي بتخلي الآخرين يندهشوا. إذا she is constantly changing her hair color، فهذا هون الموقف، هذا situation let others surprise from this action. Now what is the function؟ هلا we use adverbs like always, constantly, continuously. هي أهم شغلة. هلا why؟ because there is or the action is frequently repeated action. ليش عم نستخدم هدول؟ لأنه في عندنا frequently repeated action، أحداث متكررة. to express، هلا هاي تعمل لنا irritation، إزعاج، غضب، annoyance، habit. اوكي، هي بتعبر عن عادات طبعا مزعجة ومغضبة. اوكي، طبعا مش هو المنزعج الشخص الفاعل، احنا المنزعجين، فاحنا بنعبر عنها بهاي الطريقة. اوكي، we use the present continuous for actions happening at or around the moment of speaking. I'm studying the worksheet at the moment. Temporary action around the moment of speaking. They are studying for exam this week. Third, for fixed arrangement in the near future, especially when the time and the place have been decided. طبعا هون ترتيبات مثبتة وأكيدة. We are going to opera next Saturday. For frequently repeated action، أحداث متكررة to express annoyance, irritation or anger or surprise. You are always leaving your newspaper on the floor. أنت دائما تترك الجريدة على الأرض. فطبعا هذا الآخرين annoy from this action. Now here we want to talk about the question word, and it's important to know the using of these question word. Now who, we use it for subject, where for place, when for time, why for reason, how for manner. What we use it when we want to ask about object or idea or action. وعم نحكي what بنستخدمها للجمادات. انتبه. Which for choice, whose for position، الملكية، whose book is it, what time. Okay, we ask about time. What kind? You want description. How many? You ask about quantity، معناها بس الكمية. How much? You ask about. Here how many we use it with the countable countable nouns and how much we use it for uncountable nouns, and you ask about quantity. This is mean كم عدد، وهون كم الكمية. How long we use it to ask about sometimes the duration of time or sometimes the length. How often we use it to ask about frequency. How far you ask about distance. Distance معناها المسافة. How often كم مرة. Okay. How old you ask about the age. Now what are the adverbial of present continuous? We use at the moment, now, at the present, right now, these days, still. And in addition to the imperative form, look, stop, listen, be careful, hurry, be quiet, and be quick. Okay, these are the adverbial or the indicators or the keywords for the present continuous. Again, present continuous, the uses, the form, and the time expression. These are the main points about this tense. بس إذا بندرس عن أي زمن لازم نكون إحنا عارفين كل هاي النقاط الرئيسية. اليوسز الاستخدام، الفورم شكله للفعل، والتايم expressions اللي هي المفاتيح. Now we use it. Things happening now. Temporary action. Future plans إحنا حكينا نفسها الفيكس arrangement. الفورم affirmative we use I plus am is are verb ing. Okay. Negative I use am not is not aren't plus verb ing. Interrogative we use are plus subject plus verb ing, is plus subject plus verb ing. Now the keywords now at the moment, today, this week. And pay attention that the time expression always we can add it at the end of the sentence or at the beginning. دائما ظروف الزمان adverb of time إما تضاف في بداية الجملة أو في نهايتها. Also again this slide show you the affirmative form. Subject is are present participle. I am watching. He she it is looking nice. We they you are playing football. Now here we want to learn how we can add ing for the verb. Now as you see we have some rules or spelling rules to add ing for the verbs. Number one, we double the last letter if it proceeds by one vowel between two consonants. طبعا القاعدة الرئيسية إنه نحكي إن one vowel between two consonants، يعني one vowel قبل الأخير. كمان it's important to be between two consonants، يعني before اليو في عندنا consonant حرف صوتي وبعدها حرف صوتي. In this case we double the letter N. And also for swimming we double the letter M because we have I before the last حرف vowel. Now we have exceptions. What are the exceptions? Exceptions that W, X, Y, Z we can duplicate them. ما بنقدر نضاعف الحرف ال W ولا ال Y ولا ال Z ولا ال X. Even so حتى لو كان before it vowel we can duplicate them. We keep it as one letter, fixing like this. Now the second rule, we change IE into Y and add ing like die, dying, tie, tying. Now the last rule is the verbs that ending in E, we drop E and add ing, make, making, and dance, dancing. Now here I want to explain more about no change، يعني ما في تغيرات. Pay attention that the verbs ending with ny. نعيد كمان مرة. هون عندنا the verbs ending in y. Okay, with y you can't do anything. مع ال y as you see, even so it's preceding by vowel or not, we keep y as it's. When you want to add ing إذا مع ال y وإضافة ال ing ما في تغيير على ال y. Okay. Also, pay attention that the verbs that had two vowels before the last, we add ing just, like speak, speaking, cook, cooking, okay, and eat, eating. Now, here are the rules that I explained, but here double letters هون مضاعفة الحرف الأخير طبعا. As I said, we have one vowel between the two consonants: jog, jogging, sit, sitting, run, running, stop, stopping, swim, swimming. We double the last letter, مضاعف الحرف الأخير. Here we have a rule that we have to double the last letter when the verb it contains from two syllables. شو يعني two syllables؟ يعني مقطعين. إذا كان عندنا فعل مكون من مقطعين وكان عندنا ستريس على المقطع الثاني، يعني هيك مت، نلاحظ ان الشدة او الستريس على المقطع مت فيضاعف الدبل تي، مضاعف الدبل تي. اذا كان هون if the second syllable، اذا كان المقطع الاخير او الثاني is stressed، okay، double the consonant and add ing، نضاعف الحرف الكونسونانت ونضيف ing، okay. اذا كان المقطع الثاني stressed مشدد، يعني مشدد عندنا باللغة الإنجليزية يعني بيطلع الصوت عنده عالي. admit، prefer، begin، okay. طبعا هون في عنا على الاكسبشنز relax، ما بنقدر نضاعف الاكس، ليش؟ لأنها من الحروف الشاذة. below ما بنقدر نضاعف الدبليو لأنها من الحروف الشاذة التي لا يمكن مضاعفتها. Here, this rule I ask about it or talk about it: die, dying, try, trying, lie, lying. And here for the verbs that ending in e, we drop e and add ing: hop, hopping, ride, riding, make, making, write, writing, believe, believing, drive, driving, and dance, dancing. These are more examples for some verbs that we add ing at the end of them. And this exercise we do it at the classroom, okay. Now I want to do it now, okay. Here, walking, swimming, double M, reading without double anything, agreeing. في هون قاعدة للأجري: if the verb ending by double E we add ing. keep E and add ing. stopping, dying, dying, sleeping, putting, relaxing. We can double X or write double X, we write 1X. Visiting, writing, we omit E. Going, playing, we add ing without changing مع الواي. هي playing إذا كانت حتى الواي مسبوقة بvowel or proceeding by consonant we keep it. And crying, leaving, and making, okay. Now this we want to continue talking about how we can create questions. We use we have two kind of questions: yes or no questions and why question. If you want to create or form yes or no question. For example, they are watching TV now. Here, if you want to write a question, you have to start your question with helping verb are, or here is or am, then the subject, then the verb. Are they watching TV now? You can answer yes, they are, or no, they aren't. Here also the question word that I explained it before. Now, if you want to create a question, okay, we start your question with the question word what, when, where, how many, how often, then helping verb is am, are, then the subject, then the verb with ing, and this kind of questions need information. Now this table show you how we can create statement affirmative. This is a question, yes or no question, and this is why question, and this is the negative form of the present continuous. Now here we want to do this exercise. Now ask about the underlined word using the words below. Here we want to use who. Now because who we use it if you want to ask about the subject. So هدى هون بدنا نحكي شغلة صغيرة إنه هدى we want to omit هدى because I want to ask about her and start my question who. Okay. Now after who we have to use the helping verb. Look at the sentence in the present, cooks. Now here we use does. After does, always, and cook, the meals. Who always cooks the meal? Who always cooks the meal? Okay. And this is the sentence. Must pay attention that who I ask about the subject. إذا أنت عم تسأل عن السبجكت فإذا هوني دائما بعد هو بيكون عندنا directly مشطب. Okay, we omit هدى. Okay, and use instead of هدى who. Okay, now after this we have to use the sentence as set. استخدم الجملة زي ما هي. Okay. Next. Again, who always cooks the meals. Number 2, my son is studying in an experimental school. What does mean of experimental school? يعني زي ما احنا بنحكي المدارس الصناعية اللي فيها المهن. Okay. Now I want to use what and ask about the action. Now I start my question with what. Okay. Now as you see is studying. The verb in the continuous I use is. Now my son. Oh, sorry. Your son. What is your son? هلا studying بنعرف إنه هون هاي الكلمة يجب أن تحذف. فإذا doing. What is your son doing in and complement experimentally school? You can say the answer he is studying. What is your son doing in experimental school? He is studying. Okay. Now here you want to use where. The verb here in the present simple. So what is the helping verb? Do, you, طبعا صعب كثير تحط we لأنه we نحن، لا احنا بنسأله where do you live، فبيكون الأنسر we live in عمان. sorry space. where do you live. now here you want to ask about every year, and if you want to ask about every year we use when, time, when. now also here instead of I can use when do you travel to Cairo. okay, when do you travel to Cairo? He said every year. okay, the last, she brushes her teeth 3 times a day. now here we can say, if you want to ask about 3 days, 3 times a day, you can use how often or how often. now here the verb in the present simple we use does. she brush her teeth. okay, how often does she brush her teeth? These are the answers. okay, now this exercise help you how we can use the what questions in our or change the affirmative sentence by using what questions. okay, now here the difference between the present simple and the present continuous according to the uses. Present simple we use it for daily routine and habit, while present continuous we use it about an action. that in continuous or progress we use it for timetable. in an immediate future timetable اللي هي حكينا الأحداث المجدولة. okay, now definite future arrangement حيسميناها fixed arrangement ترتيبات مثبتة. number 3 we use it for facts and things that are general truth. I said about general truth or fact. we use it for temporary action الأحداث المؤقتة. last, you enjoy the lesson. Thank you very much.